Hi friends, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. If you aren't subscribed yet, make sure to do that and turn on my post notifications so you know whenever I upload a new video. I'm obviously sitting outside today because it is literally the prettiest day out and we've had so much rain lately. To see clear skies has literally made me so happy, and as you can hear, the birds are singing and it's just a great day. So we're outside. Today I want to talk about a topic that I think is super important, and as you can tell by the title, that topic is forgiveness. I want to share what I've learned that has actually made a significant difference in my life. I feel like if you know something that could potentially impact another's life in a positive way, you should share that with them. I made a video called The Truth About Letting Go a few weeks ago, so if you haven't seen that one, I would recommend watching it as well. I'll have it linked in the description box below. I hope you guys enjoy watching these videos as much as I enjoy making them. If you have any other topic suggestions, let me know in a comment, and of course let me know your experience with forgiveness. I don't know, I love to hear other people's perspectives. I guess without further ado, let's just get right into the video. So let's talk about forgiveness and why I think it's so important. I think I've come to learn, especially over the last 2 years, one of the first steps to self-healing is forgiving. I think so many of us hold these grudges and carry this weight that is unnecessary. This resentment that we carry and our, unwillingness to forgive, it weighs us down, and we may not realize it until we actually let it go. When we hold resentment within us, it affects no one except ourselves. It doesn't do anything to the person who made us feel that way. So really, we're just hurting ourselves by holding on to that grudge or that anger. We're only harming ourselves by choosing not to forgive others. I think you can't ever truly be free until you've forgiven anybody who has ever done you wrong. And I feel like that might be easier said than done, and I'm sure some of you guys are watching this thinking about something terrible that someone has done to you in the past. You guys are probably like, what are you talking about, Erica? Like, there's no way. This person crossed the line. They did something that is unforgivable. I could never forgive them for that. Remember that you aren't forgiving them for them. You're forgiving them for yourself and for your ability to move on, to let go, to heal from that situation, and to just be able to have genuine happiness and love in your life. Forgiveness is an act of self-love. You have to remember that everything and everyone is a reflection of you. So if you claim to be this loving, happy person, but then go and wish bad things upon someone else, that's really only pointing out the flaws that you still have and the challenges you're still working on overcoming. But when you forgive someone, you recognize the situation and you recognize that this isn't something that you want to rule your life anymore. And that's why I think it's so important to choose forgiveness in every situation. The way I've learned to see it is that everyone's doing their best at their own state of consciousness. Whatever decisions they made that maybe weren't intentionally done to harm you, or maybe they were, whatever decisions they made in the moment, they felt like that was the right choice. I'm not saying that if someone does you wrong, you have to instantly forgive them and then be best friends with them again, or be super close with them like you used to be, if it was somebody who was close to you at one point and then kind of betrayed you in a way or whatever. I'm not saying that you should just forget about that completely and make amends right away. I know that making amends and even forgiveness just in general can take time, and that's okay. I think you can forgive someone and still not have to be like super close with them again, At least you no longer have that attachment, that way you're not constantly blaming them and judging them over and over again for that one thing that they did to you in the past. Which is another important thing about forgiveness is I don't think a lot of us realize that when we hold grudges, we're actually holding on to a past story. We're living in the past. That takes away from obviously being in the present moment. And the present moment is really all we have. So if you're living in a past memory, you're not allowing yourself to grow. You're not allowing yourself to fully be, to move on, to move forward. You're caught up in an old story. You know, for you, you might have someone to blame because of that past story for your current actions or for your current state of mind. You may even say, I can't be happy because this person did this to me. And now you've put yourself in the victim mindset. And when you're in the victim mindset, you're not operating as your highest self. You're not going with the natural flow of life's energy. You've actually closed your heart off to the energy that wants to flow through you. When we have tension with another person, most likely our heart has been closed off in that case. And without forgiveness, that's not something that we can overcome. Because in our minds, we'll always have that attachment when we think of that person. We'll always have that in the back of our minds. And even if it's years down the road and something triggers us back to that moment or that situation of whatever they did to do us wrong, we'll constantly be put back in that negative mindset, that victim mindset. We'll have this negative energy towards that person, and then we have a problem because we're no longer living in a state of love. Our mind is in a state of resentment. Well, like I talked about in the letting go video, we have the ability to stay in the past and focus on who hurt us, who did us wrong, who caused us pain, who made us suffer. Or we can focus on ourselves and heal and continue to move forward. That's why I think forgiveness is so important. I think it is an essential key to self-healing. And when I say forgiveness, I don't necessarily mean that you're gonna get an apology. Most of the situations I've forgiven, I was never even given an apology for. But an apology isn't required to set yourself free. An apology isn't required to forgive someone. The only thing that is required is that you are willing. Whatever happened to you isn't happening right now. Whatever anyone said to you that hurt you or did to you that hurt you, right now is a new moment, and that does not define you. When people tell me about situations and how upset they are with someone and they want to hear my input, I always say that I will never encourage you to hold a grudge against anyone. I will never encourage you to do anything other than forgive that person for whatever they did. Because if you really want to heal and if you really want to move on and be genuinely happy and attract good things into your life, then you will choose love. And to forgive is to choose love. Those are my thoughts on forgiveness. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. I hear a plane coming. I love you guys so, so much. I'll see you in my next video. And don't forget to be here, be still, and be love. Bye, guys.